The 1996 ALCS was a clash of two teams at pivotal points in their franchise histories, the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. For the Orioles, it marked a return to prominence after years of mediocrity. They had finished the regular season with an 88-74 record, just securing themselves a spot in the wild card. Thanks to a powerful lineup featuring Cal Ripken Jr., fresh off setting the record for consecutive games played, slugger Rafael Palmeiro, who had a standout season with 39 home runs and 142 RBIs, and a tight pitching staff led by ace Mike Mussina, fans of the Birds hoped for a deep postseason run. The Yankees, on the other hand, were in the midst of a renaissance. After years of rebuilding, the 1996 squad, which finished the regular season with a 92-70 record, was a blend of seasoned veterans and rising stars. Rookie of the Year Derek Jeter already had a significant impact on the team, with a 314 batting average, while Bernie Williams and Paul O'Neill provided both power and consistency in the lineup. The Yankees' pitching staff, led by Andy Pettitte and the dominant closer Mariano Rivera, had been a cornerstone of the team's success. Heading into the ALCS, expectations were high for both teams. The Orioles had upset the defending AL champions, the Cleveland Indians, in the division series, showcasing their resilience and depth. The Yankees, having bested the Texas Rangers, were riding a wave of momentum in the anticipation of potentially ending their 18-year World Series drought. Veteran pitcher David Cone, who had just returned from an aneurysm surgery, added a layer of inspiration and determination to the team. And as Game 1 drew near, the anticipation was palpable. Baltimore fans were eager to see if the Orioles could capitalize on their recent success, while fans of the Yankees prayed that their Bronx Bombers would reclaim their spot at the top of baseball. The stakes were high, and as all eyes did turn to the Bronx, no one could know that they were about to witness a home run that would alter the course of a game, a series, and all of baseball history. This is MLB's most controversial home run. At the start of Game 1, the Yankees took an early command of the game as Tim Raines led off the bottom of the first inning with a sharp double off of Orioles right-hander Scott Erickson. After some groundouts by Jeter and Williams, Raines crossed the plate, giving the Yankees an early 1-0 lead. The Orioles responded in the top of the second inning as a leadoff walk from Rafael Palmeiro against Yankees ace Andy Pettitte would result in a run for the Birds, and the score was again level at 1-1, but it wouldn't be for long. The Yankees regained the lead in the bottom of the second, only for the game to be tied again at the top of the third by a homer from Orioles' Brady Anderson. Another home run, this time from Rafael Palmeiro at the top of the fourth, gave the Orioles a 3-2 lead. But the Birds wouldn't stop there. In the sixth inning, a sac fly by B.J. Surhoff brought another run and brought the Orioles' lead up to 4-2. The Yankees made a push in the bottom of the seventh. With the bases loaded and one out, Orioles reliever Armando Benitez walked Darryl Strawberry, allowing a run to score and narrowing the lead back to just one run. The tension in the stadium grew as the game reached its final innings. After a back-and-forth game, fans from both sides wonder, could the Yankees come back? Or are the resilient Orioles about to show just how they'd made it this far and why they deserve to go farther? In the bottom of the eighth inning, with the Orioles still clinging to a one-run lead, the Yankees rookie Derek Jeter stepped up to the plate. With one out and a runner on first, Jeter launched a deep fly ball to right field. Orioles outfielder Tony Tarasco found the ball and ready for the catch, confident he would preserve the Orioles' lead. But as the ball descended, it wasn't Tarasco's glove that made the catch. From the stands, a 12-year-old fan, Jeffrey Maier, reached over the railing, interfering with Tarasco's attempt to grab the ball for himself. The ball was ruled a home run, and the game was tied again, 4-4. The controversial call sparked immediate outrage from the Orioles, and they had good reason. While baseball fans are allowed to catch and keep balls hit into the stands, the MLB rulebook states that spectator interference is to be called if, and I quote, a spectator reaches out of the stands or goes onto the field, touching a live ball. But unfortunately for the Orioles, the umpire Rich Garcia's judgment call would not be overturned. Baltimore didn't take it lying down. Tarasco and manager Davey Johnson, later joined by other Orioles including pitcher Armando Benitez, who made it all the way to the warning track from the mound, vehemently argued with Garcia and the entire umpiring crew. Meanwhile, fans in the stands at Yankee Stadium went wild. Ultimately, the Orioles' protests wouldn't matter. Davey Johnson was ejected and the game went on. Now tied, the game continued into extra innings, with both teams battling to gain the upper hand. In the bottom of the 11th, Bernie Williams stepped up once again and delivered a walk-off home run off of Baltimore's Randy Myers. And just like that, the Yankees won the game 5-4 and started the series with a 1-0 lead. Reactions to the home run call were swift and passionate. Orioles fans felt robbed by the controversial home run, believing it had unfairly turned the tide in the Yankees' favor, and the team agreed. The Orioles maintained their protest of the home run after the game, but it was denied by American League president Gene Buddick because judgment calls cannot be protested. Yankees fans, on the other hand, saw it as a stroke of good fortune, a type of angel in the outfield, and a sign that their long-awaited return to glory was finally within reach. As the teams prepared for the next game, the stage was set for a fiercely contested series, and the rest of the 1996 ALCS unfolded with just as much tension as it had at its start. In Game 2, the Yankees struck first once again, with the Bombers taking an early 2-0 lead in the first inning, a lead that wouldn't last long. Thanks to an offense powered by two two-run homers from Todd Zeile and Rafael Palmeiro, the Orioles fought back. The Yankees clawed their way to earning another run before Armando Benitez returned to Yankee Stadium, shutting down any chance the Yanks had at a rally. The Orioles secured a 5-3 win, and the series was, no shock to anyone, tied. Back at Camden Yards, the Orioles, still fueled by a sense of injustice, fought back in Game 3. An early two-run homer from Todd Zeile put the Birds on the scoreboard first, and Mike Mussina commanded the mound, only letting in one run in the fourth inning. Unfortunately for Baltimore, the Orioles' control would come apart with 2 outs in the 8th inning, as rising star rookie Derek Jeter started a rally. After a double from Jeter and RBI from Williams to bring him over the plate, the Yankees took the lead 2-1. A hit to the left side from Tino Martinez was stopped before the wall by Orioles left fielder Surhoff, who threw it to third baseman Todd Zeile. Zeile, attempting to fake a throw to second, unintentionally spiked the ball, giving Williams time to cross the plate. A curveball from Mussina to the next batter, Cecil Fielder, resulted in a 2-run homer, bringing the score to 5-2 Yankees. And again, the Yankees held the series lead. Game 4 saw the Yankees hit back hard and fast with a 2-run homer from Williams in the first inning. The Orioles responded in the bottom of the first, starting another back and forth, with the Yankees maintaining a slight 1-run lead until yet another 8th inning, where an RBI ground out from Cecil Fielder and a home run from Darryl Strawberry gave the Yankees the lead, and they finished 8-4. The Yankees had extended their lead in the series 3-1. In a game with a lot less back and forth than I was getting used to, the Yankees scored 6 runs at the top of the third inning of Game 5. Thanks to another error from the Orioles, a 3-run homer from Cecil Fielder, and a home run from Darryl Strawberry. Though the Orioles kept the Yankees from scoring the rest of the game, an almost 6-inning shutout from Andy Pettitte had put Baltimore severely behind. Home runs from Todd Zeile, Eddie Murray, and Bobby Bonilla later in the game put the Orioles on the board, but it wouldn't be enough to retake the lead. The Orioles lost the series, sending the Yankees to the World Series for the first time since 1981, and leaving Baltimore waiting for the day that they might get back there too. The Orioles, despite their disappointment, used the series as a catalyst for future success. They remained a competitive team in the 90s, continuing to build around their core of talented players. However, the feeling that they were wronged in the 1996 ALCS remained, and added a layer of resolve that one day this team would be back. For the Yankees, the series was a turning point. They went on to win the World Series in 6 games against the Atlanta Braves, overcoming a 2-0 deficit by winning 4 games in a row. That 1996 championship would be the first of 4 titles in 5 years, marking the beginning of a dynasty for the Yankees who would continue to dominate through the late 90s and early 2000s. Beyond these 2 teams, the legacy of Jeter's 1996 ALCS Game 1 home run lives on. Game 1 underscored the importance of precision in umpiring and the unpredictable nature of fan interactions in crucial moments. It raised questions about the integrity of the game and the role of umpires in making split-second decisions that can alter the course of an entire series. The umpire's ultimate decision to rule Derek Jeter's hit a home run, despite clear fan interference, was hotly debated. After viewing the replay himself, umpire Rich Garcia admitted that there was interference, and the ball was catchable. If Garcia had called spectator interference, he would have then used his own judgment to determine what the most likely outcome of the play would have been, either an out or awarding Jeter a certain number of bases. But as we know, that wasn't what happened. In response, MLB knew they had to address the issue. Though it took years, by 2014, MLB introduced a comprehensive replay review system. But what about that 12-year-old who started it all? Jeffrey Maier wasn't shielded by the controversy. In fact, just the opposite. Following Game 1, and even during it, Maier was thrust into the national spotlight, and the 12-year-old found himself to be a celebrity of sorts. He made appearances on talk shows and received an outpouring of attention, both positive and negative. Yankees fans hailed him as a hero, and Orioles fans saw him as a symbol of their misfortune. As time passed, Maier's place in baseball lore was cemented. He remained a Yankees fan and even played college baseball at Wesleyan University. It's been almost 30 years since that night at Yankee Stadium, but the story of Derek Jeter's controversial home run during the 1996 ALCS between the Orioles, Yankees, and a 12-year-old kid lives on as a story of how unpredictable and sometimes fickle the baseball gods can be. And while in a lot of ways, the home run might have changed the trajectory of the season and the way baseball's played, one thing is for sure. It has gained its title as MLB's most controversial home run. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more interesting baseball stories, and check out some of our other videos where we do just that. And I also want to know, did you watch this home run live? How does it feel? What do you think about it? Is it the most controversial home run? Is there another one out there I should be looking at? Let me know. And like I said, thank you so much for watching.